Welcome to another edition of Tech Fireside Chats with your host, Joel Martin. Take it away, Joel.
Hello. Happy Wednesday.
Hello. I like your little intro there. That was very fancy. Yeah.
So energetic when it plays. I just want to just chat with people and drink coffee. That's what I love to. Hello. We have Marilyn Mead from Senior Director, Marketing Director of Winmo, right? List Partners.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Coming to us live from sunny Southern California. Where exactly in California?
Costa Mesa, kind of like the border of Newport Beach and Costa Mesa.
Oh, such a dreadful place. Oh my God, that's just terrible. I remember you when you were a New York girl.
Yeah, that's right. Southern California is not a bad place to ride out the pandemic. I made the move at the right time, I think.
For those watching, we are recording during the pandemic, still in the middle of the pandemic, but there's lots of things. We're healthy. We're lots of things to celebrate, and I have a good friend on the line today. So cheers to that. You have a drink?
Cheers.
Oh, water. How healthy. How California of you.
Yeah, you're my event buddy. We were, I'd always see you at ANA and MMA and DPAA, and we don't have those things in person.
Still do virtually, right? We're in the virtual world. Hold on.
Virtually. So it's nice to talk to you. It's nice to get a chance to catch up with you.
Wait. For those who don't know this terminology, we sound like doctors here. American National Association of Advertisers, right?
Yes.
Or is it? Yes. The American
National Advertisers.
National Association? I don't know. I need to look this up. Association of National Advertisers, right?
Yeah.
Mobile Marketing Association. Props to my girl Dina over there.
Right.
And we're talking about the Digital Out of Home Association Video Everywhere Summit, right? Where we get to hang out. You just did a podcast.
We're about to do a webinar.
Webinar. Okay. Please log into that webinar and check it out. Everything you need to learn about programmatic marketing and outreach to brands and agencies.
Right.
Okay.
Out of home, digital out of home. So we're going to be doing that later this month or early September.
Fantastic. So for those of you who don't know Marilyn, and you should, if you go to any of these trade shows, which used to be amazing trade shows, but now we're all in the matrix, right? We're all in the matrix. So for those of you who don't know, and you're not in the matrix yet, the trade show industry circuit, you would know Winmo because it's the leading platform. And I remember when you guys would exhibit next to each other, Redbooks and Winmo, right? And before that, you were at Advertising Database that was also acquired by Winmo. Yeah. So you have a great story. I'm going to let you tell the story. You've been there from the beginning. Why don't you tell us the Winmo story? How, like 1 minute, how this company has bought everybody, and you're like the masters of data of the matrix.
The Winmo story is our parent company, holding company is called List Partners, and List Partners was known for having a product called the List Online. They acquired my former company, Advertising Database, in 2015. They had been sort of competing, Advertising Database and the List, and we joined together and formed Winmo, which was launched in 2015. So it's been 5 years since that product has been on the market, and it's pretty much the gold standard in sales intelligence for the marketing and advertising industry. And we, since that time, have acquired Redbooks as well as another tool called Access Confidential. So yeah, pretty much there.
That sounds very confidential.
It is.
What is it?
I don't know if I can tell you. I might have to kill you. No.
Oh, no.
Access Confidential, it was similar to what Winmo does, what Advertising Database did. It was very specific to agencies. It was used by agencies, and really I won't go too far into it, but one of the notable things about them is that they were led by Lisa Colantano. I never can pronounce her name right. If she's listening, Lisa, I'm so sorry. Lisa Colantuono, who is a well-known agency search executive. So on their clients would get access to her, and that was a big benefit to them. And she's now under the List Partners umbrella, so we all work together.
So how does that sorry, how I think a little lag there. People are ordering in their scooters or food. How's that compared to Candar or Pathmatics or Rainmaker or ZoomInfo? What's different about Winmo?
So Kantar and Pathmatics are actually sources that we draw from. So from a media measurement perspective, we actually include a lot of data and information from leading media measurement companies. So what Winmo does is we take budgets, ad budgets, we track brands and advertisers that spend, I think in total it's like 100 billion in advertising that Winmo tracks, and we break them down into profiles that map the decision makers responsible for those budgets. So who at the brand, who at the agency is placing media, who at the parent company is responsible for making marketing investment decisions, who's hiring agencies. And then we kind of tie it together in opportunity analysis. I think you're familiar, Joel, with Winmo Edge. We have a tool.
Never used it. Never heard of it. No, I'm kidding. I'm in your marketing video.
That's right. We are. Joel's one of our big fans. One of our power users. Yeah. So Winmo Edge is because you know there's thousands of contacts you could go after, and a lot of times it's a little bit overwhelming to know who to reach out to. So what Winmo Edge does is we have a team of analysts who are looking at buying signals. So we tell you when a brand is going to be launching a campaign, or when a company is likely to be hiring new agencies, and then it kind of spoon feeds that to you in little bite-sized articles every morning based on what your categories you cover or industries you cover or what you're interested in.
Interesting. So how about I've had to look at Lead 401 Discover.org before they bought ZoomInfo, right? There's a lot of information there. I see you smiling. So are you allowed to talk about the competition? Or are they competition? Like, who's your competition? Do you mind saying that?
To some extent, Lead 401 could be considered a competitor at ZoomInfo. The way that I would break it down, and that I think many of our customers would talk about it, is that it depends on what your use case is, what your need is. For our customers, they're looking to fish for opportunities in the marketing and specific to the marketing and advertising ecosystem. So they'd rather use Winmo, where it's more like fishing in a bathtub, than other resources where it would be like fishing in the ocean. Is sort of how I would break that down.
Interesting. Okay. And sorry, I got to change the look here because where am I? Oh, there I am. Okay. This is cool. This is good to know where you've been. And so your career at Winmo, you've been like at every stage, right? I mean, I think that's an interesting thing to touch on.
So at Winmo, I've been in the marketing department for the past 5 years, and it's been an amazing experience. I did start out when I was at Advertising Database on the research.
Well, I figured because they got acquired. So, I mean, you've been with the company. You can technically say I've been with the company because I'm one of their acquisitions, but now I'm the senior director of marketing, right?
So, yeah. So I started out initially in sort of our content and research side. So I was covering advertising campaigns, agency hires, executive hires, things like that. And then sort of morphed into or created a marketing role at Advertising Database maybe a year before we were acquired, and then joined the marketing team at what is now Winmo. And yeah, here we are.
So Winmo. Digital, I know you guys can do a really interesting way of looking at the data. You can do like spend by DMA and digital spend, which is very interesting, right? I can see how much Apple is spending in Miami, for example.
Right.
Am I able to, are there other forms of research that I can do before I approach the agencies? Like what agency is buying on behalf of Apple?
Sure. You can see, it depends on what you're looking for. You can see what agency is buying for Apple, who the media planner, media buyer is. You could look at what their ads look like, what their current strategy looks like. You could look at their social demographics. What's the breakdown of their social audience, so that you can show how your offering fits in, builds a